Can you recommend someone on Fiverr to create an animated logo? Okay, I'm gonna tell you an even better idea, right? That will cost you probably $20 more, but you'll get something more unique because a majority of animators on Fiverr don't create unique animations. If you go to Envato and go to their video section and find you a graphic opener that you like for like 10, 20 bucks, buy it and then take it to someone on Fiverr to actually do it for you for another 10 bucks. That way you'll have a unique intro. You'll have the project files in case you want to change anything. And you can have them say, okay, change the color of this or do that. And you can make it your own instead of having somebody just create something that animates and then everybody and their mama get the same one. And then you can do that with almost any After Effects file that you find on Envato that you buy and say, hey, I'm gonna take this to somebody on Fiverr and have them implement it and create it. So that's what I would do over just finding someone who may charge you $50 or $100. They're really just gonna find a template they like that they hope you never seen before, drag and drop your logo in it and send it to you. My niche is focused on small businesses and a restaurant niche. What should I do if I decide to move, expand, or bigger clients reach out? If they're within that niche, it's perfect. If they're outside of that niche, listen, let me be clear. Your niche is who you're going after. If I'm largemouth bass fishing and I know what lake they're at, I know what boat I need, I know what rod, I know what type of hook I need, and I know where to fish for largemouth bass. If I'm fishing in that area and I pull up a bluegill or a trout, I'm still going to keep it. Oh, it's a good sandwich too. Put that in there. But I'm specifically going after this type of fish because I can do everything to make catching this fish easier. However, if somebody approach you with something different, I'm not saying say no to them. I'm saying build a company to catch largemouth bass so it's easier to catch largemouth bass. You may have something else bite that hook. And if they want to bite that hook, will them in to make your life easier. If you're a guy that's just fishing, what you fishing for? I don't know. I just got worms. Oh, okay, good luck. Your business is the same thing. Now, if you pull that net up and you pull something else, definitely eat.
With the problem I have with my website, so I did the SEO, I'm not having a lot of traffic. What should I do next?
How many clients have you had a ballpark figure this year? Think about those clients and work with those clients for referrals. There's a lot of new money in the old money, I tell people. So that's one. I would work on asking them for, because it's another form of networking, but you're being introduced to somebody with the reputation of that person. So you walk in the door winning. So that's where I would say start as far as creating a revenue stream. Like if you're trying to where can I eat from real quick? That's where I would go first. Number two is it's kind of hard saying who you should hire. I'm saying get someone who has a sales experience in front-end design to look at the website to make sure that the flow is there. Because you don't want people to work hard to spend money with you. You want to make it easy. That's why Walmart got self-checkout. So you can scan your own stuff and get out. And you ain't got to wait for somebody that's standing at the line having a conversation. They're making it easier for you to spend money. Amazon has a store where you can just put it in your cart and walk out and they'll just bill you. So the goal is to make it easier for companies or for people to spend money with the client. So it could be a bottleneck or an issue where people that you even talk to and you send them to your website, they may have an issue going through it, making the purchase or contacting you. So that's the next part that I think you should focus on until we figure out what's up with the traffic and why the traffic is not coming there. Because, you know, having traffic come there and then you not get a phone call, we can kind of see where the problem is. But if you're not getting traffic and you're not getting phone calls, it's hard for us to determine exactly where you're bleeding out from. But a way that you can kind of skip it or get a little bit of a head start is running that website by beta clients. And because they'll tell you, like, I wasn't feeling this picture don't do nothing for me. I didn't like that. I need to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like you were talking to me when you created this. So talking to beta clients help until we can get a professional front-end designer to say, hey, this is out of place. Just the idea of putting my demo reel first. I didn't make that up. I had a front-end designer that I paid who sat down with me on my website when I was having the problems you were having. And they were like, yo, your demo reel is great. That needs to be the first thing they see with your value proposition. That's where I got that idea from. A lot of things that I even pass in the course or teach is from me spending thousands with somebody trying to figure out the same problems that you're having. And then when it clicked and I got it, I'm like, bet. Let me apply this to my other websites and I'll start to see traction on other websites. So that's what I would do next. This is my idea of marketing, right? Marketing is a whole nother investment that you have to make mentally if you want to be good at it. Let me give you this. It's really, really important that you understand the hustle of online advertisers. Their goal is to make it look easy so you'll do it. Because if they can get $5, $10, $25 from a million people trying to advertise, they'll take it. The truth is, to be efficient and effective, you need someone who understands how to read the analytics, who understands the algorithms, who can make adjustments. Once you boost a post, there's no adjustments. You just like, let's see what happened. Oh, I didn't get a lot. It's like almost playing a slot machine. Let's put in more money. Oh, I got 2 people this time. Let's put in more money. You need someone in marketing to look at the analytics to say, okay, this is working, this is not working. Let's A/B test this. Let's make changes so that over time, even though you're spending $100 a month, you're becoming more efficient by the end of that $100. When you just boost a post, you get nothing. You don't, unless you understand analytics and how to make changes, you're not able to benefit from that $100 the way you should. That $100 should do 2 things for you. It should boost your post and bring in traffic or bring eyes to your advertisement. 2, it should allow you to better understand what your target audience is looking for so that you can be more efficient. So next time you spend $100, you get 4 people instead of 2. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have the ability to make that advertisement more efficient, I personally would not spend money by myself in marketing. I would always get someone who has the expertise, the patience, and the time to continue to evaluate my marketing so that a year from now, for that same $100, I'm bringing in 500 people instead of 5. That's why I like to hand that off. For the same reason a client is handing off their idea for a video to you. They don't want to learn cameras. They don't want to figure out aperture and buy lighting. They don't want to do that. They just want the best possible result. And they're handing that off by hiring you. You don't want to step outside of your niche or focusing on your brand. You want to work on it. You don't want to work in your brand. So for that, I would always hire a professional to come in and handle it and give me better results.
You know, if I'm working with a beta client, sometimes you don't want to charge them for that stuff just because you're in the process of testing out. But if you know that it's going to work, how would you be like, hey, this is the cost of it. I'm not going to upcharge you on it. I'm just going to give you the price that it costs me just because you're a beta client. But, you know, without you paying this, I won't be able to give you this.
I'm going to be really honest with you. Research and development costs money. You may have to eat it to develop it, but it's still cheaper than you going out asking 50,000 people and spending the next 3 years trying to make it happen. Or you can get really good at it and develop it in-house so that you can cut the cost to nothing. Then you have a product that costs you nothing or costs you little that you can slap a template on and keep it moving. So, I mean, you know, that is something I think that in-house you can find a different way to provide it until it becomes profitable. But research and development costs money. There's really not much around it. You know what I mean? Like, think about what Ford is charging to get a 5-star crash rating. They're getting 10 cars off the assembly line and they're smacking them just to get footage of them, just so they can sell them. So, I mean, it's just the cost of doing business. You may want to find a different solution for that client rather than something that you have to outsource for $400. Or you may have to eat the labor charge yourself by doing it. And it may be a good thing because you may learn something you didn't know how to do. It may make you a better content creator. Plus, if it's a beta client, you got all day and night to work on it. It's not, you don't have the pressure of a budget. Darrell, it says, I'm concerned about getting results for clients when managing Facebook and IG. How involved should we be with managing their social media? Social media management is a whole different fee that I charge. And the goal for me when I charge for that, the main focus is making sure we're adding content that is properly thumbnailed, properly keyword, proper titles that have the proper settings. Anything beyond that is usually difficult to manage. I'm gonna tell you why I like managing social media for clients. The biggest thing about social media is being consistent. They're going to consistently have to create content. So we can't doing it just once or twice, you're not going to see results. I would get with a company to white label it or handle it on the back end, understanding what those fees are, and then passing those fees on to your client with profit so that you can have them manage that for you. You'll get great results. You'll have a team that's dedicated to it. You can focus on other companies. Remember, we're working on our company and not in our company while still looking like the good guy. So those are things that I would do if I was looking to grow a company's social media. So the difference between growing it and just managing it.